I never imagined I'd catch a neighbor committing fraud right in my driveway, but life has a way of throwing curveballs, especially when you live next to Margaret Whittaker. My name is Marcus Reynolds, a corporate lawyer in the upscale gated community of Crestwood Heights. What started as a routine Tuesday spiraled into a dramatic showdown that exposed a web of deceit and prejudice, shaking our neighborhood to its core. It was a crisp morning, and I was sipping coffee before heading to my downtown law firm when my phone pinged with a fraud alert from my bank. Someone had tried to charge $782 to Allstate Insurance using my premium Visa card. Suspicious, since I've been with Geico for years, I called the fraud department. They confirmed the transaction was unauthorized, closed the account, and promised a new card overnight. Case closed, or so I thought. That evening, I pulled my sleek Porsche Cayenne into the driveway of my Crestwood Heights home. 15 years of grinding 60-hour weeks had built my practice and this life, and I felt a quiet pride stepping onto the pavement. Then I heard her voice, the one that made every neighbor wince. "Look at you, flaunting that fancy car while honest folks can't pay their bills," Margaret Whittaker sneered, standing at my property line, arms crossed over her gray sweatshirt. At 67, she had the vigor of someone half her age, especially when it came to meddling or complaining. "Good evening, Mrs. Whittaker," I said, grabbing my briefcase, keeping my tone polite despite her jab. My parents raised me to respect elders, even the insufferable ones. "Don't good evening me, Marcus Reynolds," she snapped, waving at my house and car. "You people love showing off," I exhaled sharply. After a day of tense boardroom battles, I didn't need her racist nonsense. But then I saw it, a credit card in her hand, its gold and black design matching my compromised Visa. My mind raced, the fraud alert, the insurance payment, Margaret's rusty sedan towed last week for expired tags. "Mrs. Whittaker," I said, voice steady from years in court. "Is that my credit card?" Her face twisted in outrage. "How dare you accuse me of stealing?" "This is mine." "Then you won't mind showing me the name on it?" I pressed, stepping closer. She clutched the card to her chest, backing away. "This is harassment." By now, my neighbor, Dr. Samuel Carter, a cardiologist, stepped out, drawn by the noise. "Everything okay, Marcus?" he asked. "Sam, perfect timing. Mrs. Whittaker seems to have my stolen credit card, used for an insurance payment this morning." Margaret's eyes darted between us. "That's a lie." "I found this on the sidewalk, returning it as a good neighbor." "Funny," I said. "You didn't mention that when you started ranting." Her voice hit a pitch that could shatter glass. "You people always think the worst." Samuel tried to mediate, but Margaret cut him off, yanking out her phone. "I'm calling the police. I'm being attacked by this man." I laughed, which only fueled her fury. "Please go ahead," I said. What she didn't know was that my wife, Captain Lauren Reynolds, led the city's financial crimes unit. Margaret was about to crash into reality. Trembling with rage, she dialed 911. "Emergency. I need police at 3924 Maplewood Lane. I'm being threatened." Samuel raised an eyebrow, but I nodded calmly. I'd faced her kind of entitlement my whole life: prep school, Yale Law, corporate America. Her tactics didn't faze me. "They're coming," she declared, shoving her phone away. The card had vanished from sight. "You'll regret moving here, Mr. Hotshot Lawyer. This is a respectable community." "Respectable, meaning all white until we arrived 5 years ago?" I asked, keeping my tone light to needle her. "That's not what this is about," she shrieked. "You're accusing a defenseless old woman." "Defenseless?" I scoffed. "You got the Gwynn family's wind chimes banned for aesthetic violations and reported my son's basketball game for excessive noise." Samuel nodded. "You called security on my wife for walking her dog past your house." The police cruiser arrived, lights flashing. Margaret stood triumphant, expecting vindication. My heart swelled as Lauren stepped out, her captain's uniform sharp, her face unreadable. A younger officer, Officer Lin, followed. Captain, thank goodness! Margaret cooed, her tone syrupy. Your husband's making awful accusations. Lauren's eyes flicked to me, then Margaret, betraying nothing. Mrs. Whitaker, I'm Captain Reynolds. What's the issue? Before Margaret could spin her tale, I spoke. Captain, someone used my visa for an Allstate payment this morning. The bank flagged it. I just saw Mrs. Whitaker holding that card. Lauren nodded. Mrs. Whitaker, do you have someone else's credit card? Not. Margaret gasped, clutching her necklace. I was returning a card I found when your husband harassed me. So you have the card? Officer Lin asked, notepad ready. Margaret stammered. I was being a good Samaritan. May I see it? Lauren held out her hand. Margaret's bravado crumbled. I dropped it, she mumbled. Lauren's voice sharpened. Tampering with evidence is serious, Mrs. Whitaker. Margaret backed up, hand twitching toward her pocket. This is a misunderstanding. I'm unwell, I need to go home. We resolve this now, Lauren said. Officer Lin, check the area for the card. As Lin scanned the ground, Margaret's hand slipped toward her pocket. Lauren caught it. Something in there you'd like to share? Margaret froze, cornered. Neighbors' curtains twitched as the standoff intensified. I'm not a criminal, she huffed. I've lived here 30 years. Lauren was unmoved. We can continue at the station, your choice. The word station broke her. Margaret pulled out my visa, muttering. I was going to return it. Officer Lin confirmed my name on it. Odd way to return it, I said. By paying your insurance. Margaret flushed. I did no such thing. Lauren checked her phone, reading the card number Lin provided. This card was used at 9:37 a.m. for $782 to Allstate, policy under Margaret Whitaker. It was flagged as fraudulent. 2 other attempts this month used cards from James Tran and Priya Nguyen. Samuel gasped. Priya said her card was compromised. Margaret sputtered. This is persecution. I'm a respected resident. Credit card fraud is a felony, Lauren said. So is a false police report. I want my lawyer. Margaret shrieked, backing toward her yard. Officer Lin stepped forward. Hands behind your back, ma'am. As he cuffed her, neighbors emerged, phones out, capturing her cries of, I'm being persecuted. A Tesla pulled up. Margaret's daughter, Emily Whitaker, rushed out. Mom, what's happening? Emily, tell them I'm innocent. Margaret wailed. Emily, weary, turned to Lauren. Captain Reynolds, we met at the charity gala. What's going on? Lauren showed her the evidence. Emily's face fell. Mom, you swore you'd stop after Nordstrom. What Nordstrom incident? Samuel and I asked. Margaret hissed. Emily, shut up. Emily sighed. 6 months ago, Mom stole a card from a purse at Nordstrom. She pleaded to a misdemeanor, did community service, and promised therapy. After all I've done for you. Margaret sobbed. Done to me, you mean? Emily muttered. She faced Lauren. Mom struggled since Dad died, feeling entitled because life's unfair. Unfair? I cut in. She lives in a $1.2 million home. My car's 12 years old. Margaret snapped. This neighborhood's ruined since you people moved in. Mom! Emily gasped. Our only party was Ethan's birthday, over by 8 p.m. And you loved Mrs. Reynolds' cornbread at the potluck. The truth crystallized. Margaret wasn't just prejudiced, she was a serial thief hiding behind her respectable facade. Emily apologized, offering to cover any damages. A second cruiser arrived, and Sergeant Davis, Lauren's colleague, took Margaret in. Her theatrical sobs. My blood pressure! Fooled no one. Emily confirmed. Her blood pressure's perfect. As Margaret's protests faded, neighbors spilled their stories. My packages vanished last year, said Mr. Ellis. She borrowed my ladder and never returned it, added Mrs. Kim. Lauren jotted down witnesses. Emily sat, head in hands. I knew Mom was troubled, but this? Dr. Carter's wife, Lisa, mentioned a mailbox spray-in. Our statements went missing, she said. Lauren called the station, linking Margaret to federal mail theft. 3 weeks later, we hosted a Crestwood Heights barbecue, a community unity event, but a celebration of Margaret's downfall. Her house revealed stolen mail, 15 credit cards, and a notebook of neighbors' routines. The postal inspector tied her to thefts across 3 wealthy neighborhoods, using her concerned citizen act to deflect suspicion. She got 3 years of house arrest in Emily's Arizona guest house, with an ankle monitor and therapy. At the barbecue, neighbors mingled, bonds forged by the ordeal. Emily arrived, nervous but welcomed. The house goes on sale soon, she said. Proceeds will repay victims. Mrs. Kim hugged her. You're not your mother. Our son, Ethan, 12, dubbed the saga legendary, posting updates online. As dusk fell, Mrs. Ellis toasted to justice, new beginnings, and Marcus and Lauren, who unmasked our wolf. Cheers erupted. I gave a speech. Margaret's deceit woke us up. Beneath her respectability hid a thief. But our unity, standing against injustice, forgiving, rebuilding, defines Crestwood Heights. To honest neighbors and brighter days. Lauren whispered. She ranted about you people ruining values, never knowing you're on the city's top real estate board, boosting her home's worth. We laughed at the irony. What do you think? Was Margaret a product of her circumstances, or just a master manipulator? Share your thoughts below and tell us, where do you draw the line on entitlement in relationships? Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real-life dramas. Let's keep the conversation going.